sure is good to come in here. Well, I only planned on one or two cold home. Hey, my friends, it's good to have you here. Today we're going to do a great one. It definitely sounds like a classic country song. Too Cold at Home, very, very simple guitar. Let's get right into those chords. All right, my friends, we're going to be completely open, no capo whatsoever, and the chords we're going to need are going to be a D. You're going to need a D7, which is just a backwards D. You're going to need a G, and you're going to need an A7. Which on the A7, all you have to do is not put your finger in the middle here. Normally you play it like this, so basically just lift up, and so you've got just two fingers down. Now, I will tell you that when it comes to these old-time country songs or traditional sounding country songs, you don't have to play the seventh chords in there, but I guarantee you it definitely enhances your playing. So take that into consideration. If you don't want to, you can just play the D, G, and the A. Now, I know some of my subscribers out there really like a lot of little run-ups and little rundowns, especially what you find in country music. This one actually has a couple run-ups, which are actually, the song actually starts with a little run-up. And let me show you how it starts. You're going to be going into a G, to a D, to an A, and then back to a D. So you're actually going to have two different run-ups if you choose to do this. So the song actually starts by running up to a G. And running up, you're going to go open 6, 2 on 6, and then right into your G chord. Into your D, to an A, to a D, and then you're going to run up to the D by going on your 5th string, and going open, and then 2 on 5, and then 4 on 5, and into the D. So this is the way that your intro would start going into the verse. Songs are always fun when you can integrate those little run-ups to be able to add to your chords. So let's talk about the strum pattern. It's a very, very laid-back strum pattern. It goes like this. So you're going to have 2 downs, and then back and forth. Let's talk about what we're going to be doing in the first verse. So you just came out of that intro, and you're going to be D, to a D7, to a G. Stay on that G a little bit longer, and then you're going to go to a D, to A7. You're going to do the exact same thing on the second half of the verse. A D, to a D7, to a G. Stay on that G, D, A. Instead of on the A here, just staying there on the end of it, you're going to go right back to that D. Now, every time that there is a half of the verse, so you've got like 4 different lines where you're going to go back to that D, you can actually do that optional run-up. And I'll actually point out where you can do those run-ups, and I'll say 5th string run-up, or I'll say 6th string run-up. I'm not necessarily going to do it while I'm teaching you this song. So let's start at the intro, let's go into the first verse, and let's see how that sounds. 5th string run-up. Done. Well, it sure is good to come in here. Just pull up a seat. Frosty mug of a cool one helps to beat the heat. Run up on 5. These old dog days of summer, Lord, I'll be glad when they're gone. It's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. Run up on 5. Now we're up to another verse, which you're going to do 2 verses in a row before you get to the chorus. So we've got another verse, which we don't need to go through because it's the exact same thing. Now we're up to a chorus, and the chorus is going to be this progression. You're going to go to a G, and you can actually do the run up to the G before you do it. And you can do that run up to the G each time within this chorus. So it's going to be a G, to a D, back to the G, to an A7. Then it's going to be a D, to a D7, G. And then I'm going to show you something here real quickly. And then you're going to go to a D, A, D. So you can do a run up to the G, and then you can do a run up to the D. So basically that first run up is at the very beginning of the chorus, and then the second run up is on the third line of the chorus running up to the D. Now when you come back to that G on the second time around in the second half of the chorus, you can actually do this. It's so easy not to care about what's right or what's wrong. So you could play a D over F sharp there, but basically they're going to play, you can just hit that second string on 6, Too Hot to Fish. It's a really cool accent. Let's start from the last line of the verse and let's go into the chorus and let's see what she sounds like. It's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, and too cold at home. Well, I only planned on 1 or 2. I might stay for 3. A good-looking thing in the corner keeps smiling back at me. Run up to the D on the 5. It's so easy not to care about what's right or what's wrong. Too hot to fish, too hot for golf, too cold at home. From there, you're going to go back to the intro progression, which means you run up to that G, to a D, to an A, to a D, and then you can run up to the G now because you don't have another verse. So you can run right back up to that G on 6, and you're going to do another chorus. And the chorus is pretty much the same, except there is a tag and there is a pause. So let's go ahead and go through that so you see exactly what that's going to sound like. Well, I only planned on 1 or 2. I may stay for 3. With that good-looking thing in the corner keeps smiling back at me. We're gonna do a pause. It's so easy not to care. Run up to the G. Not what's right or what's wrong. We're gonna go back to that. It's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, and too cold at home. Run up to that G. May not have a time to run up on that one. It's too hot to fish, too hot for golf, and too cold at home. We're gonna jump back to the A to the D. Man, guys, I love those traditional country songs. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. I hope it was a very easy guitar lesson. And guys, I tell you what, I hope you're sharing, liking, and subscribing. If you haven't done so, please do so. But that's all I have for you today. God bless, and don't forget to practice what you have to so you can play what you want to.